And out of business, investors in the Nigerian capital market continued their sell-off on Friday and pushed down the equity capitalization by 0.23% at close of the day's trading. After 8 hours of trading, the equity capitalization dropped by 76.6 billion naira from 28.10 trillion to 28.03 trillion. The all-share index was down by 142.08 basis points to close at 51,979.92 against 52,122 achieved on Thursday. Now, investors traded 205.05 million shares worth 3.05 billion naira in 3,600 deals on Friday. And now joining me on the news to discuss this is Azeez Lawal, Managing Director, Trustbanc Asset Management Limited. Thank you for joining me, Azeez. Azeez, if you could unmute your device, please. I think you're muted.
I can hear you clearly.
All right, thank you for joining me, Azeez. Now, from what we see, the investors on the NGX traded 205.5 million shares worth 3.05 billion in 3,600 deals on Friday. Now, this has surpassed 151.94 million shares, which is valued at 2.15 billion naira that was traded by investors in 3,447 deals the previous day. What would you say led to this?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah, but what we saw, the increase in activity levels we saw on Friday was largely driven by interest in GT Bank and UBA particularly, and they recorded the highest number of trade in terms of volume, and that's what we've seen in banking stocks in the last 2 days before Friday. We expect that to continue. Thank you.
All right, now, Azeez, despite the volume of trading, the capitalization dropped by 76.6 billion naira from 28.10 trillion to 28.03 trillion. Were there more sell-offs at the close of trading?
Yes, there were more sell-offs, particularly towards the end of Friday's session. In fact, the sell-offs were around banking stocks. Like I mentioned earlier, we saw sell-offs in GTB. We also saw in Zenith as well. The banking index lost about 2% on Friday, and for the whole week, it lost over 7%. In fact, the loss was so fast that if you combine all other indices, it was not up to the loss of the banking index alone. So, the decline we saw on Friday was largely driven by sell-offs in banking stocks. Thank you.
All right, so what should our audience be expecting from the market this week?
For the equity market, we expect the bearish sentiment to continue. And for the fixed income market, we expect yields to keep rising. So if you're an investor, as much as you can, you should stay away from the equity market for now, except if you want to play long. If you want to play short, 30 days, 60 days, go into fixed income markets, you can get very, very decent rates compared to what you have maybe 2 or 3 months from now.
All right, finally, the fixed income market has been rather bearish of late. Can this improve anytime soon?
Yeah, thank you. So the activities in the fixed income market is largely driven by system liquidity. Throughout last week, except for one day, and the system was largely in deficit. And we expect that trend to continue this week, even though we expect some inflow of coupon payments this week to ease liquidity pressure temporarily. But regardless, we expect the sell-off that we've seen in the past few weeks to continue into this new week. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Azeez Lawal, Trustbanc Asset Management Limited. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.